Hello, Gemini. This is your extended reading. So yeah, the message here got a little bit delicate, I want to say, because it's now entering this terrain of family ties and family relationship. And I feel like somehow this is for the purpose of repairing your heart and restoring your sense of, well, I want to say self-esteem, but also this sense of being loved and being able to love. Because, so I'm going to start right away because I feel like it's going to be a sensitive topic, but it's one that is meant to be healing, right? And so we're beginning with the Ace of Cups, which is very beautiful because remember, we ended with the Six of Cups. So in revisiting old memories, especially if you are going back to a place from your childhood, maybe your home when you were, very, very young, at the age of 5 just came to my head. But it's like you're not alone. Remember, you, this Knight of Wands, are being, this brother or sister of yours, or, somebody that is closely connected to you. And maybe even from these early days, right? From these old memories, right? It's like they understand you. They speak the same language because they have been through maybe the same things or maybe extremely similar things. And so if you are, it's like, it's almost like if you are going back to a place that is extremely emotional, right? And it was interesting because there's something that I didn't mention in the first part. It was, the fact that having the presence of this person beside you, to walk into this daunting place from your past, it feels less aggravating, because what I was seeing with the Four of Pentacles was about simplicity. So it doesn't have to be like this big scary facade that eats you alive, right? It can be just you and this other person who is there to make it simple, right? To tone down the scary part of it. So going back to this Ace of Cups, it's beautiful because I feel like this is the sense of, heading straight into some place that makes you extremely open and vulnerable and exposed. It's like going back to a place where all of those people, or, that community, or, the inhabitants that still live in that place. And I want to say, there is at least one person that still lives there that might be connected to you somehow. And the way that it's coming through is like a father figure, okay? But there are memories concerning not only this father figure, but also a mother figure. And we're going to get there because it feels a little bit sensitive, because I feel like maybe the daunting part of going back to this place, and I'm getting something very specific, so it might just be for a few of you, but it's because this mother figure is no longer there. So I don't know if she's been replaced by a stepmom, or, and the genders could be reversed, right? It could be however it fits your situation, but it's just how the cards are coming. And I'm going to show you, but I just wanted to emphasize here the fact that there is something that, this is talking about, like, the message that is coming through right now, the Six of Cups, is like, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since you've been in this place. So there is something about this place that really, it's like, rips your clothes out. It's like really leaves you naked. And meaning naked, not literally, but, it's like makes you feel completely vulnerable, right? This place, or maybe the people that live in this place, they make you, because they know you. It's almost like they know who you are truly, Gemini. So going back, you know, maybe after a long time, right? It's like going back to the days when you didn't have all of the titles, all of the life experiences you've had since then, or all of the maybe, you know, all of the masks and the layers. I want to say, I don't want to use the word mask because maybe it has like this negative connotation that I don't want to include here, but it's almost like all of these layers of, you know, just life. And when you go back inside, I feel like there's something about just taking all of these layers off. There's something about being naked, completely naked, and that is even more daunting because of the Nine of Swords. But that was the fascinating thing about you doing this trip to get there on your own. And that is the reason why you couldn't have any company in this road trip or on your way there. It's almost like you couldn't have any other distractions until you get there, right? It's almost like on your way there, maybe it was really time for you to start remembering, right, of what you have experienced in this place, because it's part of, it's like it's coming through as part of your identity, but it's part of your independent identity. It's like, yes, it's part of your story, but it's like you remembering that is allowing you to become independent and not, you know, emotionally dependent on these memories. So this Nine of Swords, maybe that is a reason why you wanted the company, you know, from the beginning of this trip, of this person, because they would soothe out this energy. Because of this, it's almost like, you know, if this is a person that you've known your entire life, right? Say a sibling, or maybe if it's not a sibling, but it's like somebody that really truly knows you, right? Knows you to the bones, Gemini, because of this tied connection. There's something about their energy that simplifies, maybe calms you down. You know, it's like because they understand you, right? It's like they see who you are, they understand what you're seeking, or they understand, it's like they just see you, right? So, and maybe they understand the reason why you wanted to go there in the first place, because maybe they know about this part of your life, right? And they know how naked you become once you are back in this place, or once you are in the presence, I want to say, of this one in particular, which is the King of Cups. So, and this is not, it may be daunting in the sense, you know, because we have the intense energy of the Nine of Swords. So because I want to say you haven't been, you know, in like living together with this person, or, you know, in a close connection with this person for a long time, even if they are, you know, your father or a stepfather, or, you know, some father figure in your life that is part of that childhood memory, although they are coming through incredibly naked too, right? It's like they have come to a point in their lives that it's like they don't know how to fake what they feel, right? So when you encounter them, I want to say, when you meet them after all of this time, there's something about maybe they have matured, right? Maybe they have learned lessons on their own, you know, and from being a part of you from, I don't know, for how many years, but it makes you strip down, right? It makes you take down all of these layers of everything, I want to say, even the things that are scary, even the things that are not pleasant. And even if it is in regards to this person, or just in regards to the life that you lived while you were close to this one. So yes, I want to reiterate this healing part of this journey, right? Or this visit to this place and to this one. Because this one feels pretty much alive. It feels like an elderly person that lives on their own, okay? I know this is very specific, but it's how it's coming through. So with the World card next, I feel like it's almost like you're revisiting your old world, your childhood world, the world that was everything to you. And that now this world is everything to this person. It's like you're entering the world that was yours in the past, but is the present world of this one. And so what this card was coming through was like very raw and very shallow and very empty and very it's almost like there's not, although they are coming as the King of Cups, this world is coming through not very full of emotions. It's almost like lacking a sense of fulfillment or joy or any sort of excitement. It feels very, very yeah, it feels very, very empty. So I feel like you, to be honest, Gemini, I feel like there is a lot of sympathy from your part because you are extremely vulnerable, you are extremely naked, and this one is too. So it's like they don't have any sort of faking. Remember, it's like they cannot fake their real situation, they cannot fake their world. It's like what they are showing to you is what is their world currently, right? And to be honest, it's almost like a shock to you because I feel like you, that is maybe, you know, the splitting of your sight. It's almost like your memories didn't, you didn't know that the old place of your memories could become maybe so shallow or so empty or so devoid of love and excitement. And but there's something about your journey there, right, that is supposed to bring you this independence, and I want to say the emotional independence that is freeing those memories because you are revisiting this place as it is now, right? And so the card that is coming next, the Seven of Cups, and it's interesting because we started out with the Six of Cups, and now we're going to the Seven of Cups, and I want to include already the bottom of the deck card, which is the Eight of Cups. But so okay, so I want to give a little bit of a warning here. If this is too sensitive, if this is, you know, something that is triggering some sort of emotional memory to you, maybe, you know, pause for a second and then, you know, get back to the video later, because I feel like the rest of the message is going to be even more emotional, but it's supposed to give you this real emotional independence. It's like to revisit this family tie of yours and feel, it's almost like fill the room with love, fill the room with the happy memories and not the bad memories, Gemini. And this is how you are going to repair and heal the heart of yours that, you know, may be wounded because of something that, you know, or maybe you were just postponing this trip or this visit to this place because it was such a place of vulnerability, a place of complete exposure of your heart. And so this is how the cards are guiding you to restore and repair, especially because if this is somebody that is still alive and you can talk to, right? It's like, and they are showing you, it's like they have nothing to gain from, you know, telling you stories or telling you lies or, you know, faking something from their present or even from the past, right? I feel like there's something about this clash of time, right? Your old memories from the past, but also their current situation, their present, that you're now just witnessing. And just, it's almost like that's the reason why your side is split, right? Because there is this fragmentation happening that you cannot understand how those memories are not here anymore. It's almost like there's something missing from this place, and maybe what is missing is, it's like it's not feeling like it's alive. And I want to say it's because, you know, there's a memory of somebody that is not there, and maybe it's their partner, right? Maybe it's your mother or mother figure, or, you know, whoever was their lifelong partner that is no longer. So, and I'm going to show you this, but the way that you begin the healing process, Gemini, and this is a specific message for you, right? Although, yes, you have the company of this one, which feels like maybe they are connected to, also to this King of Cups, you know, even if, you know, even more so if they are a sibling. But I want to say it's like, it's almost like they have things resolved in their mind. So you are the one who was interested, and you are finding this need and the drive to resolve this and to go back there. So this is on you, although they are there to back you up, right? So this Seven of Cups is, you know, the image that I was seeing here was, it's almost like this is the grid for, it's almost like, you know, the grid for a bed, or like a sofa, or like some sort of furniture that is very hard, right? Because all of the cushioning has it, you know, it's gone from, you know, time, or from use, or from lack of maintenance. And so it's only like you can only see the bare bone structure, right? It's lacking the fluffy cushion. And that is because maybe they are on their own, right? Maybe because they lost their lifelong partner, and so they don't know how to fill up the gaps, right? They don't know how to make their life more comfortable. It's almost like there's something about it's like the livelihood of this one is decaying. It's the word that is coming through. So it's on you, I want to say, Gemini, to bring this love back, right? To put some cushioning in this sofa, to bring the comfort to this one. And I feel like this is going to, it's almost like this is going to give, it's almost like this is going to fade away, right? This is not even going to come into question, because what you are using to fill up the room, or to fill up this furniture with, you know, cushions and, you know, fluffy whatever, is what's in your heart, right? So it's a little bit of a healing for both of you, right? So maybe they are mourning for the death of somebody, right? Because we have these two cards after the Seven of Cups. We have these two queens, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. And so when the Queen of Pentacles came through, and, you know, she came right above the King of Cups. So I was wondering if this one, yes, she came through very powerfully as a mother figure, like somebody very practical, very decided. It's like it's almost like, you know, they took care of things at home. They took care of, you know, the practical day-to-day stuff, right? For this one, right? Taking care of this one. But when the Queen of Cups came next, the feeling that I got, especially coming from this King of Cups, it's like a fond memory of this one, right? It's like this was their human presence and this is their subtle emotional presence. So yes, this is the strongest way that this message is coming through. I know that it's not going to be to all of you, so I want to give like a little room for, you know, alternative situations, because it's another way that I was seeing this. If this Queen of Cups is not like the memory, right, of this King of Cups partner, they might be a new partner, right? And so there's something about the new energy and the old energy that is also part of this splitting of your own focus, of your own energy, of your own capacity to remember how your old world was when it was, you know, reigned by this Queen of Pentacles and, you know, together with the King of Cups. But however this fits for you, Gemini, I know it's a very sensitive topic and issue and situation for you. If this is resonating with you, I want to say that whether this is another living person or the memory of somebody that is gone, that, you know, was part of your old world, you know, is also part of how you connect to family or how you relate to family bonds. This is an opportunity to restore that, because we have the 10 of Pentacles. So isn't this so interesting? We began with the 8 of Pentacles going to the 9 of Pentacles, and now we have the 10 of Pentacles. So not only, you know, maybe you thought in the beginning, right, because of this roadblock that prevented your sibling to accompany you on this trip and you had to go on your own, it's like dealing with that first hurdle and then finding that you could do it, right? And that either way they showed up, they appeared, they are there beside you, right? It's like they managed to do some sort of, you know, magic just to appear there by your side, you know, in time of your arrival. But either way, it's almost like they were preparing you for some sort of family related dynamic, or it's like dealing with how you relate to people that are close to you, right? This close bond, and revisiting people that are closely related to you, like family, but people that you're not in a close contact with, right? Because maybe you've moved, and so you've not seen them for a long time, and now you're seeing them. But maybe, you know, if you are seeing a new partner, right? Let's say this is a new partner of your father. It's like, see a new configuration that even if it is, you know, missing something, it's like you can also contribute to adding to the comfort of the present world of this one, right? Even though, yes, you feel extremely vulnerable, and maybe, yes, until you confront this, it is daunting and scary and maybe overwhelming to you, right? To remember so many things and to mix up so many feelings that were, you know, left behind so many years ago. But because we're ending with the 10 of Pentacles, and, you know, yes, I said that I was going to add already the 8 of Cups. This feels like a goodbye, right? So I'm not seeing you staying very long. It's not like you're back home, you know, indefinitely. I feel like this is a quick visit. And, you know, but you're leaving, it's like you're leaving, it's not really leaving at peace, but leaving with things resolved, right? Because what I was seeing here with the 10 of Pentacles, it's like finally you can split the two personalities or the two stories or the two moments, because that was exactly how we started the reading, right? It's like you couldn't really distinguish yourself from your brother or your sister, or, you know, these memories. It's almost like there were two energies that were too blended and that you couldn't really tell them apart, right? It's like losing focus of, or losing sight of who you are in regards to the rest of the family, because there was something that you needed to revisit so that this separation was clear. And I feel like, you know, if that is the case, you know, of, you know, a stepmother, you know, coming into your life, or, you know, you being acquainted to, you becoming acquainted to a new person, it's almost like there is, it's almost like there is a new shot at loving somebody new, or, you know, loving the memory of somebody that is no longer there in a new way. And that is because of this Ace of Cups, right? And that is because you are now independently, like emotionally independent. This is what I meant to say. It's like you are now, it's like there is no codependency here, right? It's like now in this family, right? It's like you can see people for who they are, because they are they are not using any type of excuses to create this scenario. It's like they're not telling you, you know, lies or anything. It's almost like they are who they are, and you couldn't see that from afar, right? Because you were, you know, just immersed in those old memories, so you couldn't distinguish who they are now, you know, from who they were back then. And so I feel like when you leave, yes, there is a sense of loss, right? Because it's almost like you are letting your world, your old world, back with this house, back with those people, right? And you're not taking it with you, because the purpose of this meeting, the purpose of this visit was exactly to break the ties in a sense, but in a healthy kind of way, in a independent, mature kind of way, right? And so there are no bad memories associated. There are no pointing fingers. There are no, you know, victims or blaming, you know, this, that, or the other. It's like you're seeing each character in this family for who they truly are. And that is incredibly strengthening to you, I want to say. Even when you are deciding to say goodbye, right? Even if you don't know when you're going to be back, it's like you have given so much because you were extremely vulnerable and open. And, you know, it's like you seeing your old world, and, you know, the old world and the current world, of your family colliding and you filling up the gaps with love. It's like it is healing. It is healing, right? So let's see. This reading is so long. As the helicopter goes by, let's see what the astrological runes have to add as a final guidance for you, Gemini. Ooh. Okay, so 2 runes. Yeah. Okay, so we have Jupiter and we have Lilith. And so this is very clear and very simple. Actually, you know, Jupiter is talking about the opportunity, and it was exactly tied to the thing that I was talking last about, the opportunity to heal, but also to fill the old place with love, right? And feeling that with love, it's almost like feeling loved, right? Feeling loved and feeling like you are able to love because now you're free. So Lilith is, you know, Black Moon Lilith. It talks about the things that were not felt, the things that were, you know, omitted, or because you felt like maybe you couldn't express yourself fully. It's like you had to hide them, right? Or maybe you were hiding for yourself, right? You know, just to keep those old memories shut. And so I feel like it's like you are touching a very sensitive spot by going back to this place in a way that is exactly the opportunity for your own personal growth, that really frees you from any sort of codependency, especially in terms of emotional dependence, right? If we are talking about some sort of, you know, sentiment or feeling or unresolved issue, right? Because you were afraid back then, or because you were too insecure, or you know, maybe you thought you weren't strong enough to fight back or just to respond, or like, you know, you thought that the best answer was just to leave. And you know, this is what Lilith does, right? If she cannot express herself freely back, you know, where she is, it's like she flees to go to a place where she finds her own freedom. And so if you found that and that worked for a while, I feel like this opportunity of yours that you are now finding in revisiting this place, right, and filling up with so much love that is bringing comfort to those who stay there, and you know, to you too, right? So that you can feel that your vulnerability is paying off in a sense, right? It's paying off because it's bringing you growth, and it's bringing you growth through this it's like again, it's like those words, ties and split, right? Splitting the ties, because your mind maybe was fragmented or was split into two, that you couldn't see properly, you couldn't distinguish yourself from theirs, right? It was one big old memory mashed into, you know, good things and bad things and all of the rest in between. So I feel like somehow revisiting that and seeing everything for what it was, right? All of the structural hierarchy, or all of the actual place, right? And seeing those people now, who they've become, it's like you are freeing yourself from something so much deeper. And that is the opportunity that you have to, it's almost like split in good terms. And I know that can be really, you know, sensitive. And if you're going through something like this, Gemini, I truly wish you, you know, all the luck in the world, all of the light and all of the discernment in the world. I hope this reading, you know, was helpful also, or insightful in any way. So thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.